We will be starting very, very shortly. Primarily because I need to get something set up still. What are we doing here? Okay, there I am. Now, where are you? No, not Valheim. Frostpunk. There we go. Frostpunk is now working on in the background. Now, I need to move myself. There we go. That looks more like me. Hey, everybody. My name is Matthew Tadaleo, better known as Sonic MTD, and right now I am trying to get Frostpunk set up. There's a lot of new things I need to work out the kinks still. We'll get started very, very shortly. I swear I'm a professional. Professional what exactly? I just need to very briefly go over to Blue Sky because we do not use Twitter anymore. Yes, I am referring to it as Twitter. Y'all can go to hell. Okay. Just, we are live streaming Frostpunk on both Twitch and YouTube. Join in. Hashtag VTuber. There we go. So I recently got Frostpunk. Hey, Matt. How goes? I am setting up. There we go. Audio is in. I might need to lower the game volume just a little bit. Got onto the voice channel if I want faster conversation. Sure, I might as well. Once again, la la la. I'm on my private Discord. Where am I? Cool. And we're down in the gaming channel. Hey, Matt.
Going.
It's going good. I am just trying to set the audio for today's live stream. So.
Sorry, I didn't catch your message before about Valheim or Frostpunk.
It's cool.
Like I was pretty much just out of it because of a work day.
Oh yeah, I dig it.
Yeah. I hope you dig Frostpunk. Oh wait, this is number 2.
This is the first one actually.
Oh, I'm seeing Frostpunk 2 on.
When you load up Frostpunk 1, the first thing it does is advertise that Frostpunk 2 is available.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So let me see. It says Frostpunk 2 learn more. So it's not the actual game.
Okay. So I'm seeing on the resume story you're on day 6.
Yes, so what I did beforehand is I played just a little bit of it just so that I can understand, because a lot of PC games like this require you to have a little bit of nuance going in. If you jump straight into it, there's so much they won't tell you about.
Uh-huh.
So
and you would stumble and screw up, and you don't want to do that in front of the audience.
Kind of. Like, I blame myself a lot when I play games, like especially ones where you're in charge of people. I'm like, oh crap, I killed these people.
Well, that's gonna happen regardless in Frostpunk.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what did I tell you before about Frostpunk?
Not much.
I can't mention it's depressing. It's like these are the same guys that did this War of Mine.
Oh, they did This War of Mine. That explains everything.
Yeah, it's like yeah, that one was civilians in a war zone. You are now playing a game where you're trying to survive a ice age apocalypse.
Mm.
It's like yeah, the world is frozen over. So yeah, it's like good luck. So let's see. Have you done? Is it child labor now, or what's happening with the children?
I didn't choose child labor. I chose making them stay away from child labor, but after getting them to learn how to be medical assistants.
Mm-hmm. Graveyards or no?
We roam the
Yes, to
still,
graveyards.
cold world.
Mm.
No horizon in sight.
Soup or
The rulers
Soup.
of old, stripped of pride and glory.
so basically so I'm here like if I
It
remember,
feels as
soup and
yesterday
graveyards
we were
is
turning the
low
wheels of
morale
progress
or depressing stuff.
until the frost stopped it
Well,
all.
what I'm doing is actually giving high morale because I'm actually allowing people to bury the dead. I'm allowing children to avoid the
When tides had
tragedies,
changed,
but still help out.
they changed for all of us, no matter wealth
Like
or
my
class.
my goal is to increase morale.
Lost our world to snow, and with it,
And Trevor, it's like the
last
it's like,
traces
increased morale, but then what's
of
the
humanity.
negative side to it?
So there's morale, and then there is like disposition, which is like how the people view me, and so there will be some people that might be pissed off at me. We'll see.
we bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt.
Watching you go through the intro.
Yes.
We
This
decided
is
to
the
leave
first
our
stream with
homes
it, right?
and head north.
Sorry?
This is the first stream of Frostpunk from you.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I just gotta move myself over a little bit. There we go. Because I am in my own way. There we go.
hmm I am also like I have the stream muted, so that way I don't have duo.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't
Step by step.
want to get echo.
It's not exactly echo. It's just a double. Like you have the Discord and then the stream,
Yeah.
which is like it's a repeat. So yeah.
The time has come to build the last city on Earth.
Hmm. Oh, so what did you think of Valheim last time?
I'm not gonna lie, it's one of those games that doesn't appeal much to me. It might be better off if I play with someone like you, but like it's not a game that I would play by myself. It's not a game that, like, I've played games that have survival aspects to it, but normally there has to be a narrative. There has to be characters that I care about, shit like that.
Whereas, like for Valheim, it's more so like there's various aspects, like from base building to the basic goal of it is you're going to try and kill every single boss there is on this map.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like, and it has, of course, Dark Souls mechanics, which is stamina, and it's like you're gonna need to do a lot of dodging and parrying and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's like, and once again, it's like you're dealing with bosses. But of course, the Minecraft aspect being meaning to like gather things, craft things, and it's like I've seen like in the first year of Valheim, people created like cottages, cabins, villages. I think I saw someone make a replica of the Millennium Falcon.
I mean, cool, but I don't know how that's going to allow me to survive, allow your characters to survive.
Some people just do it for the visual aspect.
For the
just
lulls.
for fun. Yeah, just like creative mode.
A new home. We have fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and was scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive.
So this is a fresh town, right?
Yes,
Or is-
I'm starting from scratch.
Okay. Fight the cold. We need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator.
Okay. So first things first, I have to... And I like the fact that they're like, oh, you can freeze time by pressing the spacebar. I'm like, thank fucking Christ. So the first thing I'm going to do is start sending all my workers out to get coal. Because the very first thing I need to do is make sure that everyone fucking survives. So
It's like forget don't starve. It's like don't freeze to death.
Yes. One of the things that happens, I have my friend Harriet, who essentially works with me on Always Write Reviews, and she showed up at my place just so that she can take my Steam account as her own. And she added herself, and now I've got all the games that she plays as well as she's got all the games that I play.
I'm thinking I should probably throw some of my stuff towards you somehow.
Possibly. But I believe you need to actually physically show up in order to do that.
Yeah, I need to sign in. So I guess what I could do is also give you my sign-in information, so that way you can just do that instead.
Sure, we can do that afterwards.
Outside of this.
Yeah. Not while I'm on stream. Do not give away passwords or anything like that.
Yes, don't do it publicly.
Yeah.
Yep, that would be a terrible idea.
Terrible, terrible idea.
Let's see. Right now you are collecting, what is that? Steel wreckage.
So I've got most of my survivors are out getting
Coal?
the coal, but I've also got one getting wood and the other one getting steel. The very first day, time is of the essence. So
It's like you're losing daylight.
yeah.
And you really need that daylight, because if you lose the daylight, would you like to tell the audience what happens?
You freeze to death.
Yeah, and freezing to death is kind of bad for your health, isn't it?
No shit.
Yeah. Another thing I like about this game is also being able to rotate your camera angles.
Yeah, I mean you kind of have to. I don't see how this game would work without you being able to do so.
It's Wow, something that I've also seen on iPad. There's also a game that that's a knockoff of this. It's for first of all, when I saw it on the App Store, it was they stole a bunch of the visuals and buildings from this game.
I mean, doesn't surprise me. A lot of video games out there are a crap ton of, I wouldn't say asset flips, but they'll take people's stuff, rip them off, and try to pass it off as their own.
Yeah, there are stuff like that aside from being on Steam, but also on, I think also Nintendo Switch too. And so the it's whoever's in charge of monitoring the stuff do a really poor job of vetting the game, vetting all this. because like on Steam, as an example, there's a game called Raft, which is also another survival game
Mm-hmm.
where you, the protagonist, are building a raft so to go from island to island, and there is a story to this. And let's see, there's a shark that follows you around, trying to eat you and also destroy your raft.
Mm.
But there's another game that's also called Raft, but it is a ripoff of that one. Like, I think it steals visuals and even has the same name on there.
Jesus. Workers needed. There's so much to do and not enough hands to do it. A quick way of addressing this problem is by putting our children to work.
Open the Book of Laws. Child labor, safe jobs, or child shelters.
I don't even think that's the...
So let's look at this.
Can I swap one with the other? Can I start off doing child labor safe jobs and then do child shelters?
I don't think so. I think you're pretty much just stuck one way or the other.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, because I assume you want labors for now and then change them over to something else later.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So if I do child shelters, new building, I'll have to build a child shelter, and then hope will rise, providing all children with a place in a child shelter gives you a permanent hope bonus. You will have to build the child shelter. And then there is...
the other one, child labor
safe jobs. Children can work in safe workplaces. Hope will fall off slightly. Child workers can be injured in accidents.
So, let's see. Would you want to make this as like we're already in dystopia?
Yeah.
How dystopic would you want to go for this? Like, on the one hand, child labor would mean there are more hands, in order to
survive.
Whereas child shelters, what can child shelters even provide?
Child shelters, hope will rise, providing all children with a place in child shelter gives a permanent hope bonus. So, permanently, there will be hope there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a huge boost to morale.
Mm-hmm. It's like, so which one would you rather? You mentioned before that you would like to have labor now and then shelters afterwards, but I'm not sure if you can actually switch the other one at all.
Yeah.
So pick your poison.
I need to give people hope. At least I need to start doing things on the right foot. Otherwise, like, people will turn on me type of situation. Like, we just got here. So
do you want me to be the devil on your shoulder or no?
Sure.
Or
what
devil
would you
or angel?
What would you think would be the most logical choice?
I played this with cheats on in order to see how this all works.
Mm.
So it's like so honestly, it really depends on how you want to go with this, because hope is nice, but at the same time,
You need to survive.
yeah, which is the dystopic and realistic part too. So, yeah, you have to think which one is your poison.
All
which
right.
one?
Well, I want to keep everything alive, so I guess I got no choice but to do child labor for the time being.
Well, there's that, and also, do you want injured kids on conscience?
That's the question.
Hmm?
That's the question.
It's like dead kids or frozen people.
Or dead people.
Dead either way, right?
Yeah.
So which one will it be?
I normally
It's like,
start off with like an emergency shift or something like that, but
it's a you feel like a lose-lose here, right?
Yeah. Well,
Do you wanna go with
it
the-
says safe jobs.
Yeah, but also as you said, on the red font, child workers
Can be injured in accidents, but they're safe jobs.
How safe can it be if they get injured?
Yeah, I don't want to play that game. Let's go with child shelters, and then they could learn to be medical apprentices.
Okay, like I said, you choose.
Yeah.
Like it's like so you want to be the angel on your side, or you want me to be the devil on your side?
I want you to do what is the most logical choice, not angel or devil. There's child shelters, there's that. I'll need to get food. And I've been told to make my hospitals right at the front. Hey, Greg.
Pragmatism.
Hey, Greg, welcome to the stream. The one thing that I need to get a decent understanding of is roads. Because roads aren't really explained.
Okay, so thinking like this, how roads in this game are built are how did this? You kind of need roads in order to have like buildings and whatever. Like think of it like the spokes and the rims of a wheel. So if you you might want to be careful on when you're building your buildings, because you might end up with dead ends, thus causing people to need to make detours or whatever going somewhere.
Okay. Well, what would be, like, I guess I should set up a road that is near where most of the resources are? Like, because I'm trying to make a city that essentially, like, I can get as much resources as I possibly can. Like, because everyone's grabbing stuff. Resources aren't always permanent.
True. I'm trying to remember what was my run like.
They run out except for certain ones.
I'm just saying, like, I think how I did it was have all of the residential closest to closest to Spire, and let's see, and then of course build a ring of a road behind it.
So, wait, so build as many things as you can around the thing.
You want to get close to the Spire because that's where all the heat is. And you want, like, in order for people to work, they need heat. Because it's like if you don't have heat and if you don't have power, then it's pretty much dead in the water.
Okay.
So, at some point, this is possibly a spoiler for this. You will have like towers, where which can actually produce heat. So, like mini towers that you can build somewhere on the road. So, yeah, it's like and eventually, like, you'll have to demolish your camps in order to make way for bigger buildings. That's if you can actually make it there.
Yeah. Well, so the things that I want to focus on is A, I need to have a medical outpost. B, I need to build a place where technicians can slowly but surely offer upgrades. And then I need to do a place where people can, like, legitimately eat food. There needs to be a cookhouse. So there's like a bunch of stuff that needs to be built. So I'm going to start by building...
So food, medicine, tools.
Yeah, food, medicine, and tools. The first thing I should build probably would be medicine.
Food and medicine are good priorities because everyone needs food, everyone needs medicine.
Yep.
It's like, how much do you have in terms of like flop houses?
What do you mean by that?
Like residents.
I don't have any residents built right now. I just started. Like, I know that I will have to... some buildings can get heat up. Build them first. What do you mean build them first, Greg? You need to be more specific. Build the residences first? So he says build the tents first.
Yeah, it's like the tents are needed because the people that are working need beds in order to be able to get out there. Otherwise, they're gonna freeze to death.
Fair enough.
It's like, and you kind of need workers, right?
I do. Okay, well, I'm building 2 tents right now.
Be careful, because like I think what I'm seeing that you're building over the road.
There is no road. Like, I'm building next to the road. But I haven't built roads yet. These are just places where the NPCs have decided to walk through. They're just paths, so to speak.
Okay. Right. Sorry, I was just never mind.
Like, I can attempt to build roads, but you said to build the inner ring and then build roads outside of that. Okay, well, I've got about 400 or so. So... all the workers are currently working. Yes. I put everyone to work. Just to make sure that you got as much resources as possible.
What are work hours like?
Currently it's normal.
By the way, there's another game I'm thinking of, like that's also similar to this, but not so dystopic. It's
Okay.
like a game that's still, I think you could say it's early access. It's actually still fairly cozy. Called Timberborn.
Okay.
It's like so while in some ways you could say it is dystopic, it is how should I say? The apocalypse has come. There are no more humans. Beavers have taken over.
Beavers have taken over.
Yes. Beavers have built a society, are building society. You're pretty much more or less doing Beaver Sim City.
Nice.
And there, it's not money. All it's like pretty much how it works is for that one you're harvesting trees and food, and trying to get them to, I guess, whatever work objectives there are. Like, oh, hey, you want to survive floods and droughts, and I guess contaminated waters.
Use the construction menu at the bottom of the screen in order to construction or dismantling of buildings and streets. Only people who are not currently at work can build structures. Building inside heat zones are warmer and provide better living and work conditions. To make best use of heat zone, buildings are placed on a radial grid. All buildings must be connected to the generator by a street in order to function. The generator is the heart of the city and the only source of heat in this frozen hole. You should turn it on as soon as you stockpile enough coal. The generator heats a circular zone around it, consuming at least 6 coal units per hour. You can research generator upgrades that raise the heat output, expand the heat zone, and reduce coal usage. I'll probably have to look into reducing coal usage. I don't know how to do that, but it would probably be in, like, building the tech.
Probably. Let's see. Sorry, who's on C again?
That's my friend Greg. You haven't met him.
Greg, yeah, there's always been ads unless you're actually, I think, unless you actually have account. I think
Subscribing.
Yeah.
So if you subscribe, you don't get ads. But Twitch will break everything up and have ads every now and then. I changed the ads so that way, give me a second, that when they do eventually show up, they're not as frequent as they were before. Okay.
I paid for like monthlies, so now I don't have ads anymore.
Which is good.
Yeah, because I used to I'm currently like moderating for someone else, and every single time they have ads, I keep on saying ad, which is sort of like saying car during street hockey, which really gets really annoying for people.
Okay, I should build a medical post. I've got 2 tents right now. I've got a medical post that I'm building, and I will need to build a cookhouse shortly.
Otherwise, people starve. Yep. It's like first they have to worry about the cold, and then they'll have to worry about whether they'll starve.
I'm going to put the cookhouse right next to the storage area, because they're bringing the resources anyway.
Putting the kitchen next to storage, it's like a shorter walk. Sounds reasonable.
Okay, well, I just turned on the generator. Temperature. The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now, food. There'll be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. Well,
and you'll need resources to build those things. And
I do have them, and I'm building them now.
Excellent. I guess if I do recommendations, it's probably better to recommend stuff with narratives, right?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind for the future.
A cookhouse.
Yeah.
And I built a medical center. We need... I have 3 people that are going to be working at the cookhouse. And... okay, so we've got some tents set up. We've got a cookhouse. We've got a medical thing. We should also look towards...
yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, engineers you need for more specialized jobs. I'm going to build a technology thing. A workshop. And I need to build that sooner rather than later. I don't have enough wood. So I will build that once I have enough wood. Faster gathering. But I need wood in order to do that. Why does everything need wood? Oh, Greg, stop trying to give me wood. There we go. Well, people are awake now. Illness and healthcare. First things first, temperature. Comfortable, livable, chilly, cold, very cold, and freezing. The temperature inside a building depends on the power settings of the generator. The temperature, if the building is in the heat zone, that building's insulation and conditions outside. There are 6 temperature levels. Keeping homes and workplaces as warm as possible helps prevent people from falling ill. Some workplaces might become inoperative if the temperature falls too low. Some buildings, such as the medical post or the workshop, require intense mental labor from the people employed there, and as such can only be staffed by engineers, and workers only provide manual labor. Children can't be employed at all initially. You can check your workforce distribution by clicking on the icon in the bottom right.
Okay, back in.
Cool.
Okay. So what I miss?
I'm just going through the tutorials for some things. For food and hunger. It makes meals for people, provides 2 food rations for 1 unit of raw food. I need to figure out how to get raw food. Because I have a decent amount of rations. So I'm going to need to build a hunter's lodge. New buildings and improvements. Okay. Illness and healthcare. Cold homes or workplaces cause people to get sick. Without proper care, they can become gravely ill and might die. The sick can be treated in medical posts, but the gravely ill need an infirmary to be treated. Until you build one, you can save their lives by signing one of two laws: radical treatment or sustain life. Okay. Well, for the time being, I need to get my workers over and collect some wood. Coal. Yeah, the thing that is most important right now probably would be grabbing some wood. Get some more wood, I can start building some much needed upgrades.
So, what's it gonna be?
What do you mean?
Amputees or infirmies?
Might have to get amputees. City wakes up at 6 a.m. People have some free time until their shift works at 8, unless there's construction to do. Afterwards, they finish the shift at around 6 p.m. So they're free. So 8 to 6. You can extend the 10-hour work shift if you sign certain laws.
Well, so, let's see. What's the other option? 4 laws.
Give me a second. Adaptation. The Book of Laws. Find ways to battle hunger, sickness, and apathy. So there's radical treatment, sustain life, cemetery, corpse disposal, emergency shift, fighting arena. So
let's look at what's the emergency. I guess which one would you prefer for?
Sometimes you have to concentrate on the task at hand at the cost of everything else or die. After introducing this law, another one can be passed. New ability. You can force workers in any facility to work for the next 24 hours. Using the emergency shift will raise discontent. Discontent will rise slightly.
Well, do you want to remain a people pleaser, or it's like do you realize that sometimes you have to do things in order to make sure everyone pulls through?
Sometimes you have to do things in order to make sure everyone pulls through. And then we also have, I can go back to training children to become medical apprentices.
I mean, you can do either one.
Yeah.
Like, but which one is more pressing?
Right now, probably emergency shifts.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Yeah, some people are pissed, and it is perfectly okay.
I hope these shifts are only used for real emergencies. 24 hours on the job and sign. But that's our what? To do a good or bad English accent.
I just recommend that you don't do anything that would cause war crimes now.
Work time. Get moving.
I make no promises on that.
God damn it.
You had
Also-
one job.
Also,
Pay me.
yeah, I don't have money right now. I'm currently on sick leave. You know what happened, right?
Knee.
Yes, my knee is sprained. It is getting better, but I still don't have full range of movement. Like when we were sitting down, when I was playing this last, I had to stop playing Valheim because my knee was in a lot of pain from just sitting down.
Oof. So, what else have you been up to?
Trying to get a concert up and running, actually. Just give me a second. The thing that I should research into is faster gathering. Because if people gather better, then this entire thing gets a lot quicker.
What about heater? It's like a more efficient heater stuff.
Oh, I'm getting that next.
Because I think if you had like a more efficient heater, then whatever you bring back will actually last longer, right?
Yeah. Well, because I'm looking here.
Because alternatively, if you had a faster gather, but then you'd be wasting a lot more.
Yeah, give me a second. It's going to take 50 wood in order to do so. But we have heaters, then there are improved heaters, there are heater efficiency upgrade, advanced heaters. So I need to put some, I need to gather a crap ton of wood in order to do so. Then there's also steam hubs. Empowered by the generator, these contraptions create additional smaller heat zones around them. Each active, unmodified steam hub consumes 3 coal per hour.
So having steam hubs is good for once that you like you really need something to be active.
Mm-hmm.
That is out there that your main heater can't reach.
Mm-hmm.
So like basically you'd be making smaller bubbles around your gigantic bubble.
Mm. Which would be good. Oh, here we go. Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. She urges you to hurry. We'll do what we can. I also need to build a child shelter. So, let's see if I have... Okay, I need more wood in order to get that done.
What do you think? What is more pressing? Getting kids to be helping inside the medical tents, or engineering?
What are you talking about?
research?
Oh, that's a good question. Right now, I need to build a child shelter. It's a smart idea because of the fact that I will get a massive... I'll get a loss of hope and then a massive boost in discontent because this is time sensitive.
Yeah.
So... Children cared for. The child shelter is ready and the children are safe inside. People can work without worrying that something will happen to their kids. Hope rises. I need to build some roads. What do you mean, wait, no? No, Greg is saying that I shouldn't be building streets right now. You can run them along the buildings? What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, when you click on a building, let's click on a building. There's like you can see the frame. I'm talking about like when you look at the when you look at the radial,
Yeah?
you see the like rectangles in there.
Yeah.
Like where you're pointing, like those are paths, like areas where you can actually build roads.
Oh, okay.
You see the lines. Those are you can build roads through those areas.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think it was the roads will get in the way of when you're trying to build buildings. That's the issue.
Well, yeah, and there are some that are like, hey, you won't be able to build unless you start building this.
End of shift. Go rest all who can.
No roof over our heads, Captain. People are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling ill from sleeping outside in the terrible cold. We better do something about it. I'll provide some shelter. How much coal is left at the gather sites? I don't fucking know. Coal pile. 165. And then there's 20 there. 120 there. Let's see. There's 276 over here. And then there is a coal deposit right over there. So we still got enough. The wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they asked for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine.
On the left side, the road is incomplete.
But I believe people are still building it. Oh, I know why. We ran out of wood. Did I build a gathering post? No. I did not. I don't have enough wood to build it. What do you mean, oof? I'm following your instructions.
I gave 0 instructions.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
It's like, are you saying that I'm supposed to be backseat gaming?
Fair enough. I can introduce a new law. Okay, so let's take a look at these apprentices shit. So education is the key to our future. Let's teach our children engineering so they can help with new designs.
Help with speeding up research, or it's like look at the other side.
So it'll help speed up research, and the other side is medic apprentices. Children from child shelters will help at medical facilities, raising their efficiency. So research, or making sure that people stay alive. Both
Well,
are...
you need people in order to help you stay, in order to be able to collect resources
Yeah.
and cook and hunt.
So you're recommending medical?
On the other hand, engineering would also help with whatever it is you need in order to.
It'll speed up the amount of time that it takes to build shit, and being able to do that quickly as possible will go towards making some really, really good, much needed, long lasting improvements.
I lean towards. I personally lean towards medical.
Mm-hmm.
Because hey, you're trying to safeguard the foundation in order to ensure that you still have people to work with.
Fair. If I go towards engineering, though, a lot of the stuff that will make late game
Efficiency, yes.
Yeah. So engineering is something that we always need to focus on. So I'm going to put it towards engineering just so that way it makes things less chaotic. Because once again, it'll take 7 hours for them to learn one thing. And I'm like, I need to bring that down.
It's like, yeah, your choice. Whichever one you believe to work better.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, it's like medical might be just band-aiding a solution.
Hell, there might even be an upgrade for medical. Yeah, right now it's taking forever, but if we end up getting our people to learn, then they could end up learning how to gather better.
That's the hope. Unless it's not even in the skill tree. And Greg's right. If there's no one in the if there's no one injured, then you have a lot of people working on nothing.
Fair. We've got 3 people that are sick.
Three people in game are sick.
Yes.
And then there's 2 of us, sad sacks.
Well, you can either choose to amputate your leg and jump back into the workforce there, Matt, or no.
It's like how should this no one likes it when you talk in third person, Matt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like also don't you think it's kind of drastic for you to amputate your leg?
Yeah, considering the fact that my job right now is to drive.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be drastic and disingenuous.
I would be shooting myself in the foot.
Well, cutting it off.
Cutting it off, yes.
Move, people.
So if you had to get yourself a new leg, what kind would you want?
One that allows me full range of movement.
No, I mean like, are you looking for like full Metal Alchemist automail? Looking for a cyberpunk upgrade?
Probably a
Or-
cyberpunk upgrade. I would prefer not losing the leg. I would prefer being able to feel sensations, but when it gets to the point where I can't use it either due to injury or old age, then you're guaranteed that I want the leg to be able to do more. Greg says to regrow it, and I'm like, you're still going to be in an old man body.
So when you're trying to regrow it, are you going to try and do the Doc Connors route?
He says no, clone the parts. Faster gathering researched. Perfect. So now I'll have more resources coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take some... oh, there's like 4 left. Okay. So we're going to have to venture out into the wild.
Finish off the piles that are low, and then work on fresh ones afterwards.
Yep.
And now that you have faster gathering research, what's next on the research? What's next on the docket?
Okay, well, right now, probably heaters.
Efficient heaters. I kind of don't mind that since I'm only on the call, I don't actually hear the sound from the game because I have the stream sound turned off.
You don't mind that?
Yeah, because hey, it's either it's either I am listening to the stream and having the music and having delayed, like, because the stream is delayed by a few seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll also hear myself talk
Mm.
versus real-time chatting.
I know. And you don't have to sit through advertisements.
Yeah.
La, 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 la. Heaters will be done in about 6 hours, and one of my... Yeah, resting, working, resting. Oh, 3 of my engineers are out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. No, sorry. 2 of them are resting, 1 of them is working. Gotcha. But, like, no one... Who's injured? Let's see. One's going to work, the other one's helping out. What is this? Got plenty of time. So you recommended getting a gathering post.
Pardon?
Greg recommended I get some gathering post.
Yeah, put them closer to...
But I need
Yeah.
wood and steel. I won't be able to do anything without the wood. Note of thanks. We wanted to thank you. Back in London, it was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. In this new world you're creating, we can see things that'll be different. Hope will rise slightly. Shelter promise fulfilled. Everyone feels relieved with a roof, even a flapping one, over their head. Hope rises. Discontent goes down.
You know what would be a blessing and a curse in this game?
What?
If the roof
The roof is on fire. Get out. Get the fuck out.
Why?
'Cause I said so. No, I don't know. What is this gathering post shit? So give me a second. So there's this giant radial cone that is around... Like, are you seeing this, Matt?
So you're talking about the radius?
Yeah, they're like,
Okay, so look at the building description for this.
people working here gather resources from nearby coal piles, wood piles, and steel wreckage.
So I would assume that it would only whoever is working there goes after whatever resources near that circle.
So they have to be working near there.
Pardon?
So they have to be working near there. So, like, if I build it and there are people on the other side of the map, they won't go there. Is that what you're saying? They will work from that building. Okay.
I believe. So
work
rather
from-
than actually building it so close, you probably want to build it closer to resources.
Gotcha. Well, I have a location right over here.
It's like
Wait.
I believe you'd have to have it over the resources. You already saw that, right?
Not over, but near.
Like when like the circle overlapping the resources.
Oh, so am I making a mistake now? Cancel it?
Yes, cancel.
You guys are bad with directions. Alright.
No, you jumped the gun, my friend.
Ugh.
You see how it's going green?
Yeah.
You want it to go green.
I'm just looking over here, so give me a second. And aren't there supposed to be... Like, there's all these woods over here as well. Like, these resources eventually will die out.
Well, I'm sure eventually you'll need to. Yeah, you'll need to have upgrades to deal with that.
Hmm.
Because it's like how should I say? You'll need better tools in order to acquire resources. Now you see what's going on with the roads.
Somewhat?
It's like how you need to build roads in a way to make sure it's not all janky.
I have to build roads to make sure that it goes towards all the resources. Okay, I have way too much coal right now, so I'm going to take people off of the coal pile.
Way too much.
Yeah. We're out.
Probably need just less people on the coal and more on wood.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Like, you don't have to get rid of all of your coal workers.
I'm not getting rid of all of them, I'm just diverting for the time being.
Workday ends. It's off time.
Okay, we'll have heaters as soon as we can. So once the heaters are done, then we start working on, let me see, there's generator range upgrade, generator power upgrade. Okay, so this is stuff that I desperately need, but I'm going to need food for it. Go for the coal thumper. I don't see a coal thumper. Oh, here it is. That's going to take, by pumping pressurized water into the underground coal deposit, the coal thumper washes the precious resource to the surface, forming a pile up to... Huh. weather changes. When this
I got a question.
I got an answer.
Or rather, actually, no. Never mind. It's not a question. It's more like a question. So where are you going? Where are you headed? Do you need roads?
I'm building roads so that way I can get, what is it called? There's a storage post, and I'm trying to make it so that way it catches the most resources. So if I build the road that I'm currently building, I'll be able to put it over top of 3 piles, which my workers can go and then store and make good use out of.
So you're saying, so you're saying, where are you going? Like, yeah, you'll need roads.
Yes. Are you doing a shitty reference to
Back in the Future?
Back to the Future?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. I'm doing this because it's terrible.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
When it gets colder outside, the temperature inside buildings drops as well. Buildings differ with the amount of protection they offer from the cold. To see all factors affecting temperature in the building, hover the mouse over the thermometer icon in the panel. With the hunter's hut, it doesn't need to be heated. Oh. Did not know that. I'm going to do an emergency shift just so that I can have more people working. Just so that way I can... Sorry, just so I can finish this one, the heaters, because that's the important thing.
It's like you're going to do a rush job on heaters.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Get out.
I got plenty more.
Yeah, I did that with the wrong building. Fuck it.
What'd you rush on?
I accidentally rushed on the cookhouse. Whatever. Oops. Cool thumper. Okay, I can't work on that right now.
Did I distract or?
No, I pulled the stupid because once again, I'm not familiar with this game.
Question is, was your mistake lethal?
Don't play this game. Don't play this game with me. With basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue the people we left behind. I can build a beacon, scout Frostland, and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. We'll need a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings.
Sorry, so you're saying you don't want me to play this game with you?
You know what I mean. how do I see from...
Yep. It's like definitely build tents before having rescues going out, because yeah, as Greg says, they come in and they don't have any tents. They're gonna be outside freezing.
Yep.
Which is no different from freezing outside before finding them.
Here we go. To see all the factors affecting temperature in a building, hover the mouse over the thermometer icon in its panel. One of our people died suddenly from an emergency shift. End emergency shifts for the day. There's nothing I can do there. I gotta wait 13 hours to pass a new law.
So when you send people out and they come back, it's like I'm thinking, it's like, will you actually have any beds running?
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Do you
going
have
to
any tents out, right?
I'm going to be building that as time goes on.
Like, are there any homeless people out right now?
Yes, there's 29.
Ugh. And I'm betting that they're pretty upset about that.
Well, they're not, like, some of them are, like, not the happiest, but fuck it.
I don't know. Really? Like, really, Greg? It's like,
You can.
yeah, I know. I'm like,
Bundle up. It's getting cold.
you really wanna, it's like, do some corpse looting?
Would you like to loot some corpses? I think you want to loot some corpses.
Look, if the people like get upset that you're not building houses, well, they have two choices. They can remain upset, or they can stay frosty.
Move. Time to get to work.
Generator overdrive. Keep an eye on the stress. When it reaches 100, the generator will explode. Oh good, we've got plenty of wood now. Coal thumper.
And so, where's the other resource gatherer building right now?
What are you talking about?
Like, I thought you already built one before.
No, I didn't.
You
I was in
built
the
a gathering post
I was in the
before?
process of building a gathering post, but I needed to build the road so that I can make use of those 3 sites.
Mhm.
I built a hunter's hut. What do you mean, no, not right spot? How do I move it a teeny bit left? Or destroy some resources.
You blew some resources.
Apparently. New law. Cemeteries.
New law! A new law has passed.
And now Greg is saying, you didn't leave corpse piles. I mean, it's choice between discontent or yeah.
Mild frostbite. A citizen became gravely ill.
Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I can't do anything right now. I can't do anything right now. I just passed a goddamn law.
As Greg says, you don't really need heat for a corpse pile.
No, you don't.
Can you eat corpses here?
No.
Hmm.
I know you're hungry. But that would be a bad idea.
See, even Greg is saying sadly no.
Greg is a cannibal. A hungry, hungry cannibal.
Greg, are you a thigh? Like, are you a thigh and are you a thigh and calf man, or are you into the gluteus maximus?
He eats ass. He eats a lot of ass.
Or would you prefer a kidney with some fava beans? Some nice. What was it?
Chianti.
Yes. So you're telling me you'd be into that?
Okay, well, I built that. And I have houses being built as we speak. 6 people are gravely ill. 8 people are sick.
Workday ends. It's time off.
Sorry, this excellent is for what?
Cemetery has been established. Hope rises. I'm trying to max it out.
Yep, 32 food is super low. It's like, how many melons do you have to feed right now?
A lot, but they're not starving and they haven't complained about hunger yet.
Yeah, so you'll definitely need to have a fair number of people getting on that.
There's 5 people currently in the gathering post, so... New law. Radical treatment.
Sorry, I can't read behind you.
Oh. The gravely ill will be treated in medical posts. Hope will rise slightly. 30% of gravely ill treated in medical posts will be left as amputees. Discontent will rise slightly.
And the other one is...
The other one is the gravely ill will be kept alive but untreated in medical posts. Hope will rise slightly. Discontent will rise slightly. The gravely ill will not be treated and remain a burden. The gravely ill will take up beds in medical posts. So we might have to amputate.
Listen, everyone.
Well, you want to keep the beds not... yeah, you want to keep the beds not occupied. Whether that means people die or radical treatment, up to you.
Coal Thumper has been researched.
Excellent.
Cool. Should I build a steam hub?
Where do you even need a steam hub right now?
Greg recommends a sawmill.
Yeah, it's like better to have ways to get enough resources,
Before crazy shit happens.
Of course, as you can tell, I'm not telling you what to do.
Yep.
You know why?
Why?
Because I don't want to backseat game. Because, hey, it's like if you fail, then this is a learning experience.
If you build it, nerds will come. What?
Build what?
Exactly. What should I build? I can build a coal thumper.
Hey, it's like I'm not criticizing you, Greg. I'm just saying, hey, it's like hey, we're all friends here. I'm just saying that this is something for Matt to experience, and hey, it's like part of the fun is watching. It's like well, how to say this? There's no easy way to say it, Matt. It's like watching you. It's like struggle is also part of the fun.
Should I build a coal thumper close?
I believe the coal thumper is supposed to be at the wall or something. Like you see how there's the, I think was it when you go to the wall, you see I believe it's supposed to be at that square thing back there, but I could be wrong.
Greg says no. Give me a second. Let me look at coal thumper. Pressurized water into an underground coal deposit. The coal thumper washes the precious resource to the surface, forming a pile of 506 coal per standard workday, enough for 2 gathering posts.
So, yeah. So I guess you put it near, like it had that field earlier, right?
It had that what?
No field. Sorry, it didn't have a circle near it, right?
No. And there's a gathering post here.
So I guess you have to put it inside the circle of a gathering post.
Near the gathering post would be ideal. Okay. Okay, well.
Have a good one, Greg.
How do I stop people from working?
In what capacity? Do you want them to stop working
They're
permanently?
currently sick. Not assigned to any workplace. Okay.
But they're also homeless.
They're also homeless. Well, I'm doing the best I can right now.
So they're homeless and they have no work. Can people even go to the buildings, in the outer ring? You just built some houses, right?
I built some houses, but apparently they can reach those houses.
Just making sure.
Okay. Okay. So now there is no one homeless in my encampment.
Just one sick person. Or
12 sick people, one gravely. Because there's one Margaret Wreck right now, and I'm just looking at her going, you better be taking care of yourself. I should probably build another hospice for her.
Yeah. Because she's a wreck.
Get out.
It's true.
citizen became gravely ill because of frostbite. Coal thumper. Coal thumpers wash coal from cracks in the rock to surface. You can order people to gather the coal, pause directly, or employ them in gathering posts. More than one gathering post may be needed to collect all coal efficiently. Oh god, what's happening now? Child's plea. The cemetery next to a fresh grave. He must have been there for hours. He wants you to call an emergency meeting. He says that if you agree, his mother will wake up to attend it. Oh, dear Lord.
Sorry, is this an options thing, or is this
No, there was no option. There are no straight roads.
I don't know. There are some right here.
Sawmill has been researched.
Excellent. Do you have enough?
Give me a second. Okay. Many buildings, such as the cookhouse or the medical post, must be at least chilly or warmer inside to function. Place them in the heat zone around the generator or steam hub. Otherwise, they could stop working when it gets colder. You should also research and turn on heaters. Okay. Well, currently, I've got that on lock. I think I've got it on lock.
Okay, be right back again.
Yep. Be 50 if I do it. Should I upgrade the technology tree for heating or resources? Probably heating. Sawmill. Turns frozen trees into usable material, producing up to 80 wood per workday. I need to do some more research. Let me look into sawmills. I get it. No, it's probably recommending that I create a Steam hub just so that way people that are living outside of the generator cone can get heated properly. Gotcha. This is what this is for. I need to build roads.
End of shift. Go rest all who can.
Street is not connected to the generator.
New law. What you looking to sign?
I don't know yet. Care house. The gravely ill and amputees will be cared for at low cost in special homes. Or overcrowding.
So, what is your hope versus despair? Hope versus discontent.
Well, my discontent is lacking. The only discontent I have right now is that there needs to be more hospitals, and there's a lot of people that are cold at home. So that's why I said I need to look into upgrading and building the beginning of the steam cones, so to speak.
Pylons or steam vents.
Steam vents, yeah. In terms of hope, it is almost at full capacity. Every child has a place in a child shelter, and I've been doing desirable laws, but I've also done unpopular decisions. So, like...
So does that mean that, do you want to enact some unpopular decisions in order to increase efficiency or like whatever you need?
Well, I'm seeing what we've got.
How's the food situation?
Not good.
So let's look at what we got for the options.
We can cook soup instead of full meals to feed more people with the same amount of raw food. Or there's food additives. We can add sawdust to meals to make them more filling, although not exactly tasty or healthy. Hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly. Some people eating sawdust meals will become ill. Or if we get soup, hope will fall. The hope will fall slightly, discontent will rise slightly. Eating soup will cause discontent. So people will get pissed at me, but if I add food additives, there's a chance that they can get sick. So I think soup is probably the best option.
I think soup, and then if they're still pissed, what's the fighting arena?
Nothing relieves tension better than watching a few rounds of an all-out slugfest. After introducing this law, another one won't show up until a day in 12 hours. Fighting arena evening bouts will reduce discontent, but I'll have to build a fighting arena.
So I guess you could probably work on, fighting arenas after the soup.
Yeah, the soup is probably the most decent one. And then the other stuff is like medical stuff. So there's like care houses. Gravely ill and amputees will be cared for a low cost in special homes.
That's if you need hope. You don't really need it, but right now,
it'll rise slightly. Residents of the care house will eat half as much as normal.
So it'll reduce the food costs, right?
Yeah. Both of which are good.
Yeah, so I guess doing this would help better than the soup for now, or can do this and then the soup, right?
Yeah. It'll take 1 day and 12 hours, whereas the other one, if I just get soup, it'll just be 18 hours.
Sorry, care houses take faster, or
care houses take longer. It'll take a day and 12 hours, where soup will take 18 hours. So it'll take a day and a half versus a day and a quarter. If I do this, then that means I'll have more space in medical posts.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's the better one.
Yeah, it might take longer, but at least it's like a lot better, longer run.
New law in the city.
Hot shout in the city.
And that one was a what now?
Huh?
What was it you just built just now?
I didn't build anything yet. But
What
I'm
was that you were looking at earlier?
sawmill,
Aha.
because I can build it now, which means that I can deal with a huge amount of wood coming from the back.
Excellent.
And if I put it over here, I'm just looking at how much more I'll get.
Like if you move forward versus moving.
I think I get more if it's on the right side. Things are getting warmer.
You know, the people in this game aren't the only ones that have to worry about dealing with the snow.
What?
I'm saying the people in this game aren't the only ones that have to worry about the snow. Apparently, I'm looking online about weather in Toronto, saying snowfall warning. So, yeah, it's like City of Toronto is City of Toronto and Mississauga are listed for the snowfall warning.
Get to work.
So saying like heavy snow tonight, the winter weather travel advisory that was previously in effect has been upgraded to a snowfall warning. So it's saying, let's see, the snowfall accumulations of 15 to 20 centimeters. And also, let's see, reduce visibility in heavy snow. Good thing I decided to stay in tonight instead of actually going out to. There was an event in downtown Toronto today. Of course, tonight was also a family dinner, so it was like Chinese New Year dinner.
Sometimes it's good to just sort of order in, call it a day.
And of course, let's see, my cousin owns a eatery, so like they brought some rice balls.
Cool. I now have a place where I can look after, and there's all these people that are now freeing up space in the bigger hospitals. So there's 7 out of 20 that are in the care house. So 7 people in there versus the obscene amounts of people that I would have in the medical facility.
And at least they're eating less, right?
Yes.
Because otherwise they would have still been eating a lot more if they were inside the hospital, right?
Yep. I should probably build another hunter's hut.
No problem. Like, where are they getting their food again?
They're hunting.
Like, Is there a resource node for that?
Well, they're getting it from, like, so give me a second. 4 food rations and 2 raw food. And we need more raw food. So I need to get another hunter's hut.
So it generates raw food when there's no node for it, right?
Hunter's hut. Venture beyond the city to track their prey in frozen wasteland. They provide up to 15 raw food per day.
Per day. Mm-hmm.
Becomes resource management, my friend. Resource management. To eat, staying in a shelter, going to work. Two people are hungry. Yeah, people are starting to get hungry. I'm also going to save. Area effects. People who become amputees, move to care houses, da-da-da. Area effects, here we go. There are 2 types of buildings with area effects. Some buildings, like Sawmill, have an area in which resources can be gathered, while others of the area which they can affect people, aka a house of prayer, or places like a field kitchen. Okay. There we go. Drawing boards have been researched. Considering my food situation. Oh, it upgraded everything. That I was not expecting.
Let's look at orders. Let's see. Your food situation is very low right now, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at what's in the food.
So food, there's hunter's gear, which means that instead of 15 per hunt, I'll get 20 per hunt. So that's an extra 5 in terms of food. Hot houses, a few hardy crops can be grown here, supplying up to 30 raw food per day.
So which one's faster right now? Hunter's gear or hothouse?
It's barely an issue, because like if I do hunter's gear, that'll be 7 hours.
Whereas you
Hot house is 8 hours, but I'll be
you would have to build hot houses instead of the cook houses, right?
I would have to build a hot house instead of the hunter's thing. I have 2 hunter's shacks right now.
So it's probably better for hunter's gear, so that way you don't have to build any houses instead, right?
Currently, yes.
Yeah. Because like right now you would probably need the wood or whatever for other buildings too. Like
Yeah.
The cost is 10 versus hot houses being.
And there's
Of course.
resource depots, there's coal mining, there's a sawmill upgrade. Allows us to introduce workplace improvements that will raise the efficiency of all sawmills and steam sawmills by 25%.
Making it faster.
Making it faster, yeah. But food is the pressing thing.
So, in my opinion, hunter's gear.
Okay. Hunter's gear it is.
Like yeah, so it's two for hunter's gear, or yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, because I'm building this one right here, which is a hunter's hut. Right? And I already have a second one. It doesn't start until later at night.
Laws.
Oh, I'm just looking for the time being.
So you don't really need to stretch on food still, right?
I mean, people are starving. Well, they're hungry, but they're not starving. So long as I have some people still willing to go out and about.
There's 26 starving.
27. They're hungry,
now it's
they're not
27.
starving.
27 hungry. Yeah.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out today.
What do we got? Cold homes. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperature in their homes. Quite sensibly point out that it's easy to fall ill when it's cold and ask you to address the problem. Let's heat some homes. You have to start heating 2 of the cold homes within 2 days. Let's keep them heated for 2 days. Okay.
Okay, and also I guess that if you're going to work on the next thing, it's also in your tech research stuff, I guess, improve the efficiency of your heaters.
Well, I need to actually have heaters.
I mean, like, let's look at the... I think it was generator power upgrade, right?
Generator range. Extend its heat zone.
Yeah, but also if it's getting colder, then it's probably better to have more power, be able to... Is it... hang on, is it power for efficiency, or is it
Give me a second.
more powerful?
Allows us to raise the temperature in all heat zone by 1. Note the coal consumption is doubled when this setting is in use. And then there's another one which extends the range. And the reason why I feel like we should extend the range is, like, this stuff is all right? Like, all of this stuff in the immediate vicinity, but this area is just outside of it, and it's chilly. So if we extend the cone, then it can be better. At least that's what my opinion is.
If we widen the radius.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because the only other option I have, the only other option I have, so give me a second, is maybe a steam hub. Because they create smaller heat zones around them.
Yeah, it's good for if you're trying to keep certain areas like in better heat conditions.
So I'm thinking the generator range upgrade is probably what we should grab. Does that make sense to you? Because this is working. The whole reason why this is working is because there's heaters, right?
Yeah.
So the hunter's hut doesn't need a heater. But this stuff is outside the range. That's why it's cold.
If you build those towers, you can actually build them on the roads.
What are you talking about?
Go back to the tech tree. Go back to the tech tree and I'll explain to you about that. Okay, go to the look at the steam hub.
Yeah.
Okay, so the steam hub, when you build it, it's actually where you can build it. You build it on top of roads.
Okay.
It does not take up space that would be built for buildings.
Okay.
So, if you're worried about them taking up space,
I'm not worried about them taking up space. For me,
But also, additionally, think of them like satellites.
Okay. So
basically, you can build like it's like having a heat circle outside the circle.
Okay.
Which helps for like areas that are far.
Okay, so don't build it for the time being, is what you're saying.
Pardon?
You're just saying don't build it for the time being.
Don't build what? I'm saying go for the steam hubs, in my opinion.
Okay, but I'm going to be doing it so I'm building the steam hubs, right? But here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm building the steam hubs, they're just going to be for these houses right here, which are already right next to the circle. Right? That's one of the things. Make homes livable. All my homes are just right near the thing. Right? So that would be, in my opinion, a waste. I feel like if I just...
The other one is about trying to boost the one in the middle, right?
What?
The other option, talking about extending the range.
Yes. So these are the ones that are fine, right? And if I extend the range, the cone goes to the next row.
Is that what it said? Let's read description on that one.
Generator range upgrade allows us to turn the generator range setting and extend its heat zone.
Okay, fine. Let's see what that one then.
Okay, well I need to finish waiting for this to fully go because right now it's at 74.
And it's a lot faster than building the. It's a lot faster than the steam hubs, right?
Steam hubs will take 7 hours. The generator range upgrade will take 8.
It's a difference of an hour. Doesn't really matter.
Amputees. People may become amputees as a result of serious frostbite, work accidents, or mishaps, becoming gravely ill and then being saved by radical treatment. The amputees can't work, but they can still be housed and fed. Later in the game, you can research upgrades that will help you find solutions to this problem. So, amputees cannot work. Which means I'm probably going to have to get a beacon and get a search party out so I can get more people.
Yeah. It's like because how many workers? What's your population? How many workers versus how many are amputees?
So currently, give me a second. There are 3 workers that don't have any work. There's 50 workers. There's 14 engineers, 15 children, 1 amputee, and 3 in palliative care. So, what?
I'm thinking how do you want to do this? Do you want to do this reactive or proactive?
Proactive. People are getting sick.
What happened?
People are hungry and they're cold. There's bad health care, apparently.
How many people are in the hospitals?
Let's check. So, there's 3 people working at the hospitals. There's 5 people that are currently being treated, and they'll be up and running in roughly about 1 to 2 days. That's in that one. The next one, there's a bunch of people that are sick, and they're going to be probably about a week.
So, and both medical posts are full.
And no, that's a hunter's hut. Sorry, give me a second. Care house. So there are a bunch of people that are gravely ill. So there's 7 people that are currently gravely ill and in treatment that can't do anything right now.
So, hungry. So let's see. They're hungry, cold, and
Yep. Well, the good news is that we started getting some more food. So we now have food that we can work with. It's not the greatest, but people can eat.
The work shift starts.
Here we go. Hunter's gear has been researched. We'll get more food. Okay. Now. And we'll have, if we upgrade to level 2, that'll give us infirmaries. But anyway, what we're trying to do, generate a range upgrade. Let's save first.
Here's a question: what would be better at this point in time? Improving the medical posts, or generators? What's more pressing?
Generators. Because if people are going to bed and they're sick, that's going to create more and more injured and sick people.
And that is on the timeline stuff.
Yep.
So here's hoping.
Fingers crossed and all that.
And if they freeze over, hey, at least you'll be forever hoping.
Oh, here's for the vote of confidence.
So let me rephrase this. If your fingers are frozen together while fingers crossed, you are forever hopeful.
That's one way of saying it.
Yeah.
Okay, new law. Let's get some soup. What is this? Not functioning. Storage limit reached. I have no idea what to do there.
Sorry, storage limit for what?
Storage limit for coal.
I'm looking top left, and that doesn't seem full.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, what the hell?
Yeah. I don't have an answer for you. Generator range upgrade research. The generator heat zone extends farther now. Okay.
So how far does it go?
We'll see. Oh, that did it. We just beat the
Beat the challenge?
beat the challenge. Yeah, maintain at least livable living conditions in homes. So
Can you
we've
show me the heat map?
sure. Just as I predicted.
Okay, so the let's see, which buildings did you need heated earlier? Tent.
I needed the tents, and there were a bunch of tents that were around here.
They were close.
Yeah, they were near the stockpiles in the cemetery, right? So I'm like, these need to be boosted. Otherwise, there's going to be people that are going to be complaining and sick.
Eventually, you're probably gonna need to demolish tents in order to put up buildings.
Yes. Or demolish buildings to put up tents.
No, I think the other way. Like you'll need to demolish tents that we could put in like apartment buildings.
Okay. Thanks. I got that joke, by the way.
Hmm?
I got that joke.
What joke?
Demolishing tents to put up apartment buildings.
I don't get the joke.
So that's what they're doing with homeless encampments. They chase them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No.
You
Yeah,
weren't.
no.
Oh, you weren't intending to make that joke.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm talking about in the game here.
Oh, okay.
Look at like food, health, and shelter.
Hothouse insulation.
Bunkhouses.
Oh, okay. That is adequately protected from the weather. Okay. So it's even better upgrades compared to what we were doing before.
Yeah, it's a better thing than tents.
Gotcha.
But of course, compare that to right now. Let's look at the medical post upgrade, which is next to that. So
People employed in medical posts will heal the sick 10% faster.
So, what would be better right now? Trying to get people out the door faster, or having? Let's see. If you get the bunkhouses, then you can actually have better shelter, but also more people inside them, right?
Yeah. Personally,
Meaning-
I'm worried about the hothouses because I'm sitting there going like, should I build that? Because that will give us 30
More
as-
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think was if you boost the food,
Yeah.
that would be a good that would be good padding, but also like how many people are homeless?
None.
None, exactly. So you don't need that yet.
So I don't need hot housing? What?
No, I'm saying you don't need the bunkhouses.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like what you do need is more food. So
I'm just looking at everything else as well. Resource depot upgrade. Then there's also beacons, which means we can go out and get people.
yeah, I think beacons might be more pressing because we consider how many people are currently inside medical right now.
So you recommend getting a beacon made?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are researching that.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out for today.
It's like how many we say how many people would you say like what's the percentage of how many people are dealing with medical versus how many people are
18 people are sick.
And
35
how
people
many-
are hungry.
Mhm.
And our hunters will bring back 14.7 per day. This one will do 16. What are we doing here? What is this? People are hungry. Let's feed them. I have 3 days to feed everyone. That is the best I can do. And the thing about hunting lodges,
Mhm.
hunters' huts, their hours of operation are during the nighttime.
Mhm. So if we had actually gone with the hothouses, that probably would have lessened the burden on the hunters' hunts, right?
Possibly.
Yeah. But of course, we also need to consider how many people need to work during the day in order to shore up on some of your other resources too.
Mm-hmm. Right now, it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and my knee is telling me, hey, we should do this later because it is starting to act up. So I'm going to be done for this evening, but I will do this again because Sunday is still around. Well, today is Sunday. You get what I mean. I can do this again probably later on during the day, but for the time being, my name is Matthew Tayo DeLeo, better known as Sonic MTD. Arigato gozaimasu, and hopefully you enjoyed yourself. Later days. I'm just going to see when I tried to go over there, everything kind of drips. Let me see who is on Twitch because I am going to raid them.
Okay, and I will talk to you off stream.
Yep. Just give me a second because I'm still doing my streams. Still doing all my streams. All my streams. Okay. So what would be a game similar that I can pass people off to? What would you say is a game that's in a similar wheelhouse?
You're talking about base building here.
Yeah,
So remember I was talking about Timberborn.
Timberborn. Okay.
It's like that one is more cozy, but
Okay.
it's still a base building.
Okay. Well, I will pass someone off to Timberborn. So, la la la.
Not only that, but we also get to see what that one's like. So that way, uh, you'll see what's going on when I mentioned it before.
Okay. Sail away, sail away, sail away. La la la, la la la, la la la. Okay. Raid has been created. And And I will send you in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fun.
Okay, I am done for this evening. Bye bye.